I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. That's literally what the youth saying about their beliefs of reality. And as someone who's studying the topics of psychology and neuroscience, I have to say that this is extremely interesting because most people believe that everything happens for a reason. Like, why does everything has to happen for a reason? Yeah, if a mosquito bites you, it's indeed because they have bitten you, it's like, yes, they wanted to do that, so they did it, but it's not for you. Like, it's nothing against you, you're just the victim in this case. The mosquito bit you, but it could have been the next person, so I don't understand. I just believe that most people are, don't believing in biblical. I just think most people nowadays don't strictly believe in biblical scripture because, yeah, there's some incoherences, and nowadays, especially in Europe, for instance, not a lot of people are religious, or at least hardcore religious. And that's when we open the room for a lot of people to be spiritual, and they believe in the universe more often than not. And what the hell is the universe? Because last time I checked, it's like space. Well, turns out that the universe in this case is literally God, but without a figure or without a form. I found quite a bunch of my friends and people around me my age saying that they believe that everything happens for a reason and that there are some predetermined things in our life. It's like, yeah, because I was supposed to do that. And yes, this happened to me so that I could become the person I truly had to be. And I think it's interesting because it taps into several deeply psychological theories and biases and interesting things. So if you want to know more about it, just keep listening. I'm Paula, your psychologist who's not a therapist, and in today's video we'll dive into the universe and what it is, what it means to be spiritual from the POV of an atheist, which is funny. But anyway, let's proceed to explain. So there's this thing called theory of mind, okay, which is basically personifying stuff. So, as I've said, a mosquito bites you. I just keep repeating this example because I don't know why. It's literally mid-October and mosquitoes are still biting people in Spain. Like, no, it's been 6 months of this torture. Please stop. But anyway, going back to the topic of today's video, the mosquitoes biting. If a mosquito bites me, my immediate reaction is like, oh, you, like, they are super mean because they targeted me, which this couldn't be further from the truth because in reality, mosquitoes don't have the consciousness to be bad and be mean. They don't prefer to bite me because they have something against me. As a matter of fact, they like me more, so that's why they chose to survive through my blood. And a clear example is from ages ago, probably 200 years ago, people believed that people were possessed by demons. When in reality, now we know that maybe it's because they had disorders like OCD or epilepsy, and maybe they were having a seizure, etc. So yes, we tend to personify diseases, we tend to personify things that we don't know as something that is agentic. That's the reason why religion is something that happens in most societies, if not all. We tend to reason things that we don't know with something that's agent, which is not true. And the same happens to us. We believe that we are extremely agent towards our reality and our world and the things we do, and that's not how reality works, honey. That's not how we work. I believe that people believe in the universe because of something similar. Like, for instance, if I say I believe in the universe because I had to be here. I feel I'm meant to be here. This happened for a reason. I met you because I was supposed to meet you, because the universe aligned the stars for us to meet. It's like, well, maybe you two just going to the gym happen to live 4 blocks away in a small town. So of course you're gonna meet at the gym. It's chance, it's probability. But anyway, and I think most people believe in some kind of spirituality and universe that kind of predetermines a bit our reality, when instead the thing, we could say thing, but in reality are plenty different factors that play a role in that, are, you know, the things that makes us who we are, aka what limits us to be ourselves. In actuality, becoming yourself is an act of limiting yourself more than kind of expanding yourself. Because ever since you were born, even before, like the second your parents made you, you started being molded. You started being sculpted by factors which you could not do anything about it. And even when you can do everything about it, it depends on what you know. It's a bit like ChatGPT, okay? Bracket, we don't work like ChatGPT, of course, but let me use the example, okay? So ChatGPT works predicting. Like, it predicts the response based on the information you give it and the information they have. And so we predict reality in our heads based on the information we previously know. It's like a relationship on the information we are given, aka our sensory organs like touch, see, smell. We kind of like get information, and then our pre-existing notions of the world get together, like the new information and the old info, and then we create reality, okay? And I just think that the previous knowledge and the expectations and the habits you have, the beliefs you have, the family you were born in, your friends, the place you were born, the period in time, everything, it's just affecting constantly. And of course, you're not the same person 2 minutes ago than you are now, because now I've told you more information. So now your response is likely going to be a bit different if I ask you, what do you think about the universe, or what do you think about me? Because maybe now you're disagreeing with me so much so that you're thinking I'm being disrespectful. Please, if you think I'm being disrespectful, make sure to just say it respectfully. And if you don't agree with what I'm saying, it's okay. We all think differently, but I'm just trying to state things based in science, and I'm not saying absolutes. I'm just predicting stuff because my brain is a predictive machine. My reality is 100% biased. Your reality is 100% biased. I'm just trying to move through my constrained vision of reality. All this to say that maybe the thing that's predetermining our future and predetermining and writing our destiny is not the universe, but rather all the things that play a role in who we are. And that's likely not something above us creating everything and like moving the strings. It's literally us simultaneously affecting each other. If we're literally built to adapt to whichever environment we are, of course we're gonna be different. Of course we're made to change. So, all this to say that I'm a literal different person than I was 5 minutes ago, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. Take it however you want. Now, honestly, I want to know, why is it that there's a bunch of people who prefer to just give the bit of agency they have to God? And that's something that's really present in my society in Spain. We tend to say, oh, it is what it is. Oh, it must have been this or it must have been that, as we lay back and do nothing about it. And I just don't understand. It's like, yeah, sometimes you have to accept that it's not you and you could have done nothing to better a situation. But on the other hand, it's like, what if it's not God who wanted you to not study, you know? Because it used to happen a lot when I was in high school. I remember my friends and I would text the night before and they were like, okay, just, you know what? I'm gonna stop studying. It is what it is. It will be whatever it will be. Let's just pray. I mean, sarcastically, they are not religious, but they would say like just pray and it will be whatever it will be. The thing is, you know, you could like do a bit more about it, you know, like you don't know which exam it will be, like the actual questions, but you're the one who can actually do something about it. And it's funny because we tend to believe that, it is what it is, or it will be what it will be, with the things that we can actually change. But with the things that we cannot change, we try to just like, but I have like, why is it that I have this response? Why is it that I freeze all the time when yada yada yada? And it's like, well, maybe because you're more constrained than what you think. On that note, guys, I hope you enjoyed this short video of me rambling. No. Anyway, on the internet, talking a lot on the internet about the universe. If you have anything to say, just comment down below. I'm really interested in, you know, kind of like sharing opinions and starting conversations. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Oh, also, I was sick and I couldn't make a video last week, but comment down below if you want a video on Anna Karenina, because I just read it. It was terrible, the fact that I spent more than a month on a book. It was a bit humbling, but yeah, if you want psychological deep dives on some topics, because I couldn't, if you want a psychological diving into the novel, I could do that. As a matter of fact, I would like to do so. Yeah, but just bear in mind, I'm not gonna like talk a lot about the whole story, because it's like too much, and I think you will understand. So if you want more of my videos, just click here in this playlist of me talking about things that are extremely interesting to you. Have a nice week. Mwah.